here with Victoria and Reid. Victoria is an account director on the team, and Reid is our VP of Client Services. We're going to talk about a day in the life of an account manager on the client service team at Envision Horizons. So we'll start with, what does a typical day look like for you, Victoria?
Sure, a typical day. So while I own many responsibilities, I work very closely with my pod of account managers alongside some other people in leadership. So the media directors, I work very closely with Reid right here, who's our VP of Client Services. And so what that really looks like is when I'm meeting with my account managers, really brainstorming with them bigger activations that we can pursue for our clients. What are the needle pushing or needle moving activities that we can really think outside of the box and present to them? What that may look like is, those brainstorming sessions in our one-on-ones. We work through building 2026 planning sessions and QBRs together, with myself helping in a higher level way with the account manager, really being that point person leading the strategy of the account with just my oversight. As far as looking at the account manager, they're a bit more in the weeds, and with them, they are communicating with the client. They, own the account like they're an extension of their brand. So they are doing all of the discussions with them bi-weekly or weekly, whatever that cadence may look like, and then ensuring that based on their priorities and their goals, that we are aligned as their partner, and then working towards those actionables discussed in the meeting, and then bringing those follow-ups to their team.
Wonderful. And Reid, what do you think Envision Horizons does differently versus other agencies?
Yeah, that's a great question. And having been on the brand side for many years, I've had a lot of agencies work for me. I've hired a lot of agencies. I've fired a lot of agencies. And I think what drew me to Envision Horizons was obviously its amazing people, the passion that we have for the brands that we work for. We follow this PRISM framework, which is really purpose, so that everything we do is purpose-driven in terms of how we show up for our clients, the work that we do behind them. The I stands for innovation, so we are very innovative in how we approach our clients' businesses, how we communicate with them, the technology that we have behind the scenes that powers all the decisions that we make. The S is about strategy, and I think the strategies that we have are really grounded in the data that we leverage in order to move their businesses forward. And the M is really about momentum, and that everything we do is extremely fast, that we can make decisions very quickly. We are a small boutique agency, which means that we don't have a big holding company mindset where we get mired down in decision making. We can't do things, we can't test and learn. And for me, that's what's really inspiring.
Wonderful. And what about you, Victoria? What do you think we do differently as an agency?
I think here what we do differently is we're very innovative. So as Reid had mentioned, it's a very fast-paced environment, but that comes from all of our team members being key players in how we do things. So one area that I see is so differently and standing out at Envision is our account managers all the way up to our CEO are bringing issues to the table and speaking up and speaking to how we can be doing things better as a team, how we can further refine our SOPs, how we can be showing up better for each other, for our clients. Everyone is very invested in the agency and its growth.
Wonderful. What would you say is the most rewarding part of your work, Reid?
I think it's really building something that we are small enough that we're big enough too, but we're small enough where we can make decisions and really run with them on a day-to-day basis. I think I've done more thinking and strategizing and coming up with ideas in the past 2 months here than I've done at many of my other roles over the course of a year. We have the ability and the autonomy to really come up with things, to launch them, to test them with our clients. And I think that's the other piece too, is that our clients are always willing to test things with us. And if it moves the business forward, let's do it. If it doesn't, we'll drop it and we'll try something else.
Great. What about you, Victoria? What's most rewarding for you?
I think seeing the growth in the account managers, but then also the brands, and better understanding how we can work as a team to work towards those larger goals that they've put in place for us.
Excellent. And in terms of our tech and our established processes, our support team, any highlights that you guys would point out about how we have our team structure set up today?
So I think for the technology piece, what's great for our team is it has cut back on so many hours that were spent previously pulling in custom reports and analyzing data. Our proprietary tech, My Horizons, brings that all together in one space that's easy to digest, it's client-facing, and there's one source that both the account manager, leadership, and a client can look at together to really break down what's happening within their account and what are the learnings there and the takeaways to keep moving forward.
And I think for me, it's the lack of domain ownership, meaning that if we have an idea, we can pitch that to our tech team and our senior leadership team. And then the next day, they're building out, how do we actually launch this? And an example is last Monday, we had an idea on a whole new product set that we wanted to do. And by Friday, we were implementing it and rolling it out to the entire organization in 1 week. So I've never experienced that before in my life. And that's what's really fun.
Awesome. For someone who's exploring their next step in their career, who could be an account manager or brand manager, what stands out to you as the growth opportunities that they would gain in joining our team?
I think for our team, and I came from another agency looking for that growth, and what I can speak to from experience is we are surrounded by top performers here, and the tree falls the way that it leans. So you're not just learning from your account managers, your fellow AMs in your pod. You have one-on-one time with myself as the AD, other people within leadership, which really offers the opportunity for you to think about account management more so from the brand side and get yourself to ask questions about the brand and their growth in a different way than you may have previously. So I think that the opportunity lies in the team that we have here and that we all hold each other accountable to move forward.
Great.
And I would say for me, it's yes, we are a team with a unified goal and direction, but each one of us has the ability to be an entrepreneur within a younger type of agency. And I think that's what's really impactful for me, is that we can empower our people to come up with ideas, to run at new things. And until somebody tells you to stop, people are running extremely fast and coming up with really great and innovative ideas.
Amazing. The last question is, if you could describe our culture in 3 words, what 3 words would you use?
I would say intentional, competitive, and evolving.
Love it.
I would say strategic, helpful, and passionate about our clients.
Wonderful.
Helpful toward one another, strategic about how we approach our clients.
Awesome. Thank you guys for your time today.
Thanks, Courtney.